KickedTripod.
Hey everybody, KickedTripod here from BlizzPro.com and the Payload Podcast to talk about the new Symmetra changes that just hit the PTR within the last couple of hours. Just this morning, Jeff Kaplan posted a developer update talking about the Symmetra changes that the development team has been teasing for a long time, citing that she needs some pretty major reworks and changes. And now we have them. So let's go ahead and talk about these changes. So let's talk about primary and alternate fire first. So her left click stays unchanged. Her right click stays unchanged, except for one thing. Her left click does have a little bit more of a range on it. So you are able to engage your enemies just a little bit farther back than normal, just to give you a little bit extra range. Should be helpful, but as Jeff Kaplan kind of alludes to in the video, it probably won't have any real huge impacts, especially when you're comparing them to the other changes that we're about to talk about. So you'll notice in the bottom right, by my left shift, I actually have 6 turrets in stock. It used to be a maximum of 3 that I could have in stock and a maximum of 6 out at once. Now I can have a maximum of 6 in stock and a maximum of 6 out at once. This is to help her be a little bit more aggressive when she's being played. You're not having to wait. Oftentimes 3 turrets just isn't enough to do, any real meaningful damage or help the team out in a meaningful way, and you can't get those turrets up fast enough. Whereas 6 you should be able to, and it also means that you can place them a little bit more strategically, knowing you can have so many different turrets up at the same time and that they're back relatively quickly. So you do have that. Now, one of the biggest changes to Symmetra is her new E. In the past, Symmetra used to apply shields, a 25 shield, to her allies using her E. The development team didn't really like it, said it was kind of hard to manage and was like juggling, or he said spinning too many plates at the same time, and just wasn't very fun. So they came up with this new Photon Barrier. The Photon Barrier, when you hit E, is this barrier here. You can see it travels fast, about a full speed run. And it persists through other shields, does not persist through solid objects. It's got a 10-second cooldown, and just fire it up just like that. And that's how it works. It's great to try to be offensive and, rush a point. I can immediately think of the second point on Hanamura as one where the team might try to get behind that, combine it with different Reinhardt shields or Winston shields to, be a little bit more aggressive in taking those points. Last but not least is Symmetra's ultimate. Now, Symmetra's ultimate, her teleporter remains unchanged. You can see it right up here. I'm not going to lay it down so I can show you the new ultimate, but it stays unchanged. There's 6 different, you can use it for 6 charges, and that's just how it works. If you hit Q again, though, this is brand new to the game. It's the first hero to actually be able to have multiple different ultimates. And it is a shield generator. So when you play it down, you actually receive 75 shield. So that's nice because it does regenerate, number 1. So it is better than just regular health. It's got a pretty huge radius on it as well. So that does mean that most of your allies will be able to get that. You can see I went out of the 200, or it's a range of 75 in-game units to get there. And then once you come back in, it just automatically reapplies. This will be really helpful. It does not have any line of sight, so it'll go right through any multitude of walls and shields to get there. And that's really about it. So those are the new Symmetra changes. If you like the video, subscribe to BlizzPro right below. Hit the subscribe button. And of course, make sure to check out The Payload live on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time at twitch.tv/BlizzPro, or on Fridays on your favorite podcast feeds. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time.